I don't know. I don't know how to start this video. As you can see, I'm not in my usual surroundings. I'm out right now, and this has come at incredibly inconvenient timing. But big news has broken that Liam Manning looks like he's no longer going to be Bristol City head coach, which is deeply sad, deeply sad news, and deeply, just horrible for Bristol City. And I'll try and talk about it, but once it's officially confirmed, which we probably expect it to be in the next couple of days, I'll probably talk about it once I'm back home and stuff in my normal surroundings. First of all, I want to say, I don't begrudge Liam in the slightest for leaving us and going to Norwich. There has been murmurings, first of all, for a few days, weeks, etc.-ish, and that Norwich was certainly interested. Who wouldn't be? If you can get him in the Championship, you'd want him, wouldn't you? But yeah, it's John Percy has broke with big news that it looks like he will be the new Norwich City manager, which for my heart and for my Bristol City supporting self is utterly devastating. It's heartbreaking. Quite frankly, I could cry, but I'm really trying not to get overwhelmed with emotion and stuff. Liam Manning's undoubtedly delivered some of the best year of my so far of supporting Bristol City. He's a top manager. He's an unbelievable manager. He came into the football club after Nigel Pearson was sacked a couple of seasons ago, mid-season. We weren't struggling. We weren't in a relegation battle or anything like that. We weren't in massive trouble. We were mid-table. We just weren't kicking on. There were promises, there were signs, and there was really good signs. And eventually next season, absolutely brilliant, unbelievable performance from Manning, finishing 7 places ahead of the team he's leaving us for. I think it is incredibly frustrating. Questions have got to be asked of the board. I mean, how this has been allowed to happen this has got to be asked. John Percy, I'll keep going back to that tweet, mentioned an 800 grand release clause. 800 grand? Look, he's worth a lot more to me, a lot more to Bristol City, but 800 grand as a release clause? And I know managers have release clauses, and I know players have release clauses, and I know director of footballs and stuff like that will have release clauses. Most people do. But 800 grand for a manager that we hired at that point, presumably we inserted that when he signed the contract to manage Bristol City. The fact that we hired a manager who had so much potential, maybe the release clause was something to do with him actually wanting to come here, stuff like that. Still, just don't get it. Just don't get it. We've put ourselves in a really bad position in that sense. We've not got anywhere near what he's worth to Bristol City, quite frankly, and it doesn't really give us a massive sort of financial advantage either, which is also massively disappointing. To Norwich fans who might be watching this going, oh, what sort of manager are we getting? You're getting a manager who came into the football club we thought was going to play this expansive style of football, this attacking style of football, this possession-based style of football. And we saw that for some early stages, but then we saw a manager who was very, very flexible, very adaptable, and quickly sort of accepting of the fact that maybe the squad wasn't good enough, and even with changes in the summer, maybe it wasn't good enough to play the style of football he wanted to, and he quickly adapted. He very quickly changed, and he got the best out of the squad that he had by sort of engulfing the squad, really, and by getting himself into a position where he could get the best out of the squad, playing a different style of football than he would have wanted to, I'm sure. I think it was after the Sheffield United first leg in the playoffs, where we finished, by the way. We finished in the playoffs, and we're losing our manager to a side who finished where we would normally finish. But yeah, I think it was after the first playoff final, first playoff semi-final, or even after the second one, who knows. I can't remember my exact timeline, but he mentioned something about January, and he mentioned something about not being happy with it, and we're having to work with a bare-thin squad who, as it's transpired, has been cut down even more. McNally, Tanner, McCrory, all been injured. Cam Pring, Mark Sykes, all been injured and not been available for Bristol City. And then obviously losing Fally Mayulu, Rob Atkinson, Cal Naismith, obviously Naismith to the end of his contract, but still losing all of them just because they weren't going to play. I think is a damning indictment, and probably one of the reasons he's left, and the fact that Steve Lansdown recently came out and said that we aren't going to spend, well, that's a lie. He said something along the lines of we aren't going to change our transfer strategy too much. Was that an indication of we aren't going to back Manning as we should? He might have got that message. He might have interpreted it in that way. Those conversations might have happened and eventually led to this decision. He's going to go to Norwich. He's going to inherit a strong squad. I think a squad that's probably better than ours. He's overperformed massively. Even though we only got him with 68 points, he's still overperformed, I think. And he's ultimately I think he's going to inherit a squad, if they do lose Sargent and Signs, with a lot of money, probably with already a lot of foundation in terms of quality. And he's going to inherit a squad that ultimately, I think, is going to be able to play his style of football, which he didn't here, which is another probably lure for him. I don't know what Chris Hogg is going to do. Probably going to follow Liam. Obviously, Manning will go closer to home in Norfolk, not Suffolk. Get that right. He'll go to Norfolk, and yeah, if Chris Hogg and Liam Manning both go, absolutely good luck to them. Absolutely good luck to them, and I don't wish them any non-successes, any failures at the end of their time at Carrow Road, if that does transpire. But yeah, this news is probably just broken about half an hour ago, whilst I was driving here, and that was quite something to wake Twitter to. Yeah, but it looks like Norwich are going to poach Liam Manning from under us. I'm not going to talk about who I want in, because I just don't think I can't be asked. I can't be asked, quite frankly, and that's a tomorrow problem, probably. What do you think of Liam Manning potentially leaving Bristol City? City fans, it looks like that's going to transpire, and I actually put off making a season review just because I probably expected a news like this, but now that it's actually looks like it's going to happen, gone and done this. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, thank you to Liam Manning for providing my best year so far supporting Bristol City. And yeah, if he does go, good luck to him at Norwich. And by the time if I'm back and he's already gone, well, good luck to him, and wish him every success at Carrow Road. But yeah, that looks like it's going to be that for Manning at City, and I'll be very surprised if he's still in charge of Bristol City this time next week.